Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Daniela7. So today guys, we're going to be learning how to make a two-colored beanie. So half of the beanie is going to be dark purple, while half is going to be light purple. So our materials are going to be our pair of scissors and our 3.5mm hook with our yarn. I'm going to be using yeye acrylic yarn. So first thing first, we're going to be making use of our purple yarn. But before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button for more. So starting up, we're going to be making 50 chains. Please make 50 chains. So after you make 50 chains, you're going to you're going to skip the first two chains, 1, 2, and go into the third one and make a half double crochet. And then you keep half double crocheting till you reach the end of the row. You have double crochet into every stitch. So when you reach the end of the row, this is the way your half double crochet is supposed to be looking like. So you chain 1 and then you turn your work over and then you start working through the back stitches of each stitch. You make a half double crochet into the back stitch. You keep going through the back stitch of the first row, which is this stitch. Go through the back stitch and then I will meet you at the end of the row. As you walk through the back stitch, this is the way your stitches and your rows are going to be looking like. So that is how you're going to keep stitching. You chain 1, turn your work over, and for the next rows you're going to be working through the back stitch of each row only. So you're going to be making 23 more half double crochet rows to add to this 2 to make it 25. So guys, when you're done with your 25 rows, this is the way your work is going to be looking like, because you're going to because you are going through the back stitch. So when you reach the 25 rows, you chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So we're going to be introducing our dark purple yarn here. So we're going to go to the end of where we cut off the light purple yarn, and then we're going to attach the dark purple yarn to that end. In that same end, go through that same stitch and then pull through and make 2 chains. 1, 2. So this stands as your first half double crochet. So you go into the next stitch through the back and then start stitching. Start making half double crochet stitches. And don't forget to tuck in your loose ends. So you're going to make 25 of the half double crochet stitches, just as we did for the first part. We're going to make 25 half double crochet rows of this exact purple yarn. So keep crocheting till you reach 25 rows. So guys, I have reached the end of my 25 rows for the dark purple. So if I fold these two together, this is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to look like. So next up, we're going to sew these two ends together. We're going to sew them together like this. You can either sew them with a darning needle or you use your crochet hook, but since my yarn is still attached to my work, I'm going to be using my crochet hook for the attachments of these two sides. So to attach it, we're going to go through the first stitch of the light purple, and then we're going to make a slip stitch and chain one. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to be going through the two together and then be pulling through and making a slip stitch. You pull through, stitch, you go through this one, make sure the stitches are aligned accordingly so that you won't get something like this. Maybe here will be stitched out and here will be left out. No, we're going to put those two together to make it straight like this. And also when you're stitching, you can use a stitch marker to place at the end if you don't want to have that kind of stitches. So we go through, hold on a second, we go through, pull through and stitch, we go through, pull through and stitch. So you keep doing that till you reach the end of the row. So when you join it like this is the way it's going to look at the back. So I have joined it. So next up we're going to be enclosing this together like this. So you can use your darning needle, but since my yarn is still attached to my work, I will actually love to use my yarn. So I'm just going to use my scissors and cut off my yarn, but I'm going to leave a very long end. But before I do that, I'm going to double crochet. Sorry, I'm going to make 2 chains. One, hold on. 1, 2. So I'm going to leave a long end. And then I'm going to pull through the 2 chains I made. So next up, this end I left, I'm going to, okay, let me take you through this part since this part is the lighter part. So this tail end, we're going to be going through the first stitch of every, not like every 2 rows, the first stitch of every 2 rows. So starting from this one, we're going to go through the middle, and then we're going to pull this through the next 2 rows. So as you can see, I just dragged it now and the gaps between the 2 rows just closed. So that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going through the first stitch of every 2 rows. So please go through the first stitch of every 2 rows and I'll meet you at the end. So I have reached the end of the whole row. So I'm just going to draw this. So as you can see, it's tight at the top, but I'm going to be taking this remaining yarn. I'm going to be going through it again, but this time when it's closed because I don't want a space to be at the middle. So let's go through it. Make sure you tighten your work as you go through it. We don't want any loose work here. So when you reach a point where you feel like your work is tightened enough at the top and strong, you make a chain 1, right wherever you stop, and then you can pull through it and tighten it and then cut off your yarn. So yeah, so this is actually the back of the cap. As you can see, this is actually the back of the cap. So now let's turn it over to the front. So guys, this is how the front is looking. As you can see, the top of the cap is tightened enough. So let's fold the cap. So guys, our half colored beanie is ready. This is my second beanie I've ever made. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button for more. Bye bye.